this is Jasmine, and I am back with you. I'm buckled up. So today is Mother's Day, and I just wanted to kind of come in and first wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. Today is our day. I'm a mother. I have a 7-year-old, so I became a mother 7 years ago. Mother's Day this year for me is 2022. Very sentimental. I'm in the space of growing. Not the same mother that I was 7 years ago. Not the same person I was 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I had my son, and when I found out I was pregnant, I didn't want my son. I didn't want kids. I'm sorry for the ones who, judge me or don't agree with that, but I didn't want kids. I suffered with, I grew up in a broken household. My mother worked a lot. My dad, I knew who my dad was. My dad was around, but my opinion, my dad didn't do much for us. I don't remember my dad being a dad, So I didn't ever want to bring a kid in this world feeling how I felt as a kid, I dealt with daddy issues. I had a lot of anger in my heart. My mom, I always loved my mom, but me and my mom, I feel like we didn't really have that mother-daughter relationship that I see a lot of people do have. And, when you work a lot, when you're tired, when you are home, you're not really gaining that relationship bond. So thank God I was able to have two mothers. My mother, which is my grandma, she helped raise me. I lived with her at one point in time. Her and my grandpa, they helped me buy my first car. My mom and my dad and my mom, my grandmother and my grandpa, they helped me get set up for college. They helped me, when I found out I was pregnant, when I was going to cosmetology school. My grandparents let me live with them rent free. They told me, I did have a car note. I had car insurance. I was on their insurance. I had a cell phone. So I was responsible for my bills, but they wasn't going to charge me to live with them. I didn't have to pay any bills. As long as I was trying to do something with myself, they were willing to help me. So I was blessed, During that time of me going to cosmetology school, I became pregnant. And I was just like, oh no, this is not for me. Don't judge me. I am my own person. You do you, I'ma do me. I was like, I'm getting an abortion. I'm not having this baby. And I remember I went up to my grandmother and I told her, I said, I have to tell you something. And she was like, what, you getting married? I was like, no, I'm not getting married. I'm pregnant. And I was like, I'm going to have to get an abortion. I'm not having this baby. I'm going to fast forward it. She talked me tonight getting an abortion. She was like, hey, Jasmine, by the time the baby will be here, you'll be finished with cosmetology school. Me and the dad, which is now my husband, she was like, y'all together, don't kill them, don't have an abortion. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have the abortion. I can see that. I can see me being, with my at the time boyfriend. I can see me being with him. It's like, yeah, I will be, graduated from cosmetology school, so I have my career. So I was like, yeah, I'm pushing forward through it. I can do this. And I was in cosmetology school. I didn't finish by the time I had him. things got delayed, and my grandmother, my boyfriend, he worked on the road, so it was a week on and a week off. So what my grandmother, my mama, and my mother-in-law now, what they did the week that my husband was gone, we lived in Houston, we wound up moving to Houston. My grandmother was disabled. She was disabled probably from the time I was born. She had a stroke. And my grandmother, she kept him throughout the week. I had school, and on the weekend, my mom and my mother-in-law would rotate the weekend. And then when my boyfriend at the time would get off of work, get ready to come in home, he will grab our son and bring him home. And so the week he was home, he'll keep him. And I want to say, my oldest son is Carter. When Carter got home, Carter's about 6 months at this time. It was 6 months, and I remember me and my grandma, growing up, I hate to say this, I couldn't stand my grandma. I couldn't stand her. She was tough on me. She was hard on me. I got a whooping every day. If I went to live at my grandparents' house, my mama's house, my uncle, I was terrible as a kid. I couldn't stand her. She was always on me. I always do this. I always do that. But as I got older, when I had my son, I instantly, like they say, mothers, they naturally get that mother, intuition or whatever it's called. I instantly got that. Like, I didn't deal with kids. I didn't nothing with a kid. That was just not me. And I instantly, it just clicked. He'll get sick. I instantly knew what to do. He got a diaper rash. I instantly knew what to do. Just anything. It just clicked in. Child, to this day, I'm Dr. Jasmine. Let one of them kids get sick, and I'm a nurturer on my own back end. And so, I get off subject sometime and I lose myself, but yeah, so I don't remember what I was saying. I'm gonna have to pause this video and skip back in and look at it. But yeah, so my baby was about 6 months, and I remember like it was yesterday. He came home, and my grandmother, my grandma, she will call me every day. As I got older, when I had my baby, it just instantly kicked in, and I understood why. I understood why my grandma was so hard on me. I understood, she was just making me to be the woman that I am today. And she was molding me. And I instantly, that wall that I had up with my grandmother, I couldn't stand her. I was mad at her all the time. It just fell after I had my son. And I understood. It just clicked. Like, that's what your grandma was doing all these years. And I'm at my destination, guys. So I'm going to get in the camera and look at you. Well, some ice cream on me. All right. So, yes. So, long story short, I knew then what my grandma was doing. The whole time I was growing up, she was molding me to be the woman that I am now. And so when I had my grandson, when I had my son, me and my grandmother, we grew even closer, how can you be closer? You live with them, but shoot, we got closer because she would call me every day. How's my boy doing? How's my baby doing? We'll talk. And when he began to stay with my grandparents, the week my husband or boyfriend at the time, baby daddy, the week he would stay with my grandmother, I would call, every break in school, before class, after class, whatever. I'll call all the time and I'll talk to him. And that made our relationship closer. And I remember the week he came home, everything was normal, everything was great. And my sorry y'all, it's been Been 7 years. It still hits. I said my cousin made a post, her mother passed. And she said, visiting the cemetery doesn't get any easier. Today was my first time in 7 years visiting a cemetery. So I understand it don't get easier. Let me finish this story. I'm a crybaby. Y'all don't know. Whew, okay. So, so I remember like it was yesterday. My Carter was back home in Houston. We lived in Houston. He was coming to East Texas to Rusk. And I remember my grandmother, she called, and I was in class. And she said, I don't know if anybody called you and told you I'm in the hospital. She sounded good. She sounded normal. I was like, oh, okay, girl, you okay? Everything all right? And she, yeah. I said, okay, when I got a class, I'll come down there and I'll come see you. So me and Carter, Benny, we loaded up. We came to East Texas. And we went to go see my grandma in the hospital. And her words was a little slur, you know. Carter was the baby. He was all on her. And she, you know, she was trying to talk to her, interact with him. And in my mind, in my heart, in my spirit, I didn't think nothing. I didn't think nothing was wrong. We went back to Houston. It was a couple days later. I decided to come back. I believe she was having surgery. And I stayed the night at the hospital with my grandpa. And we stayed in my grandma's room. I went back to Houston. And my grandpa called me and told me. When he answered the phone, when I answered the phone, he just broke down crying. And said she was gone. And that day, I haven't been the same. Like I said, it's been 7 years. When I would come home from Houston, when I went to college in Lufkin, every time I come back to East Texas, I'm in Shady Grove, baby. I stayed in Shady Grove. And when she passed, I probably have stayed there maybe 2 nights. Two visits. I've only stayed 2 visits. I barely go down there, barely anything. And now, like I said, it's 7 years later. I'm on this spiritual journey, guys, and I'm fixing myself. I'm growing. I've been growing for a long time, but I'm growing. And I've been praying. I've been reading. I'm trying to get my spirit right in whatever angle. I don't think I'm a bad person at all. I'm a loving person. If you need anything, I'm riding for you. I'm an ignorant person. And that's just in my genes, y'all. I'm ignorant. Can be ignorant. But I would say I'm really an angel. I really am. If you need something, I got it. I'm a ride for whoever. All day, every day. You can be on the side of the road. If I think you ain't gonna harm me, then I will pull over and help you in any kind of way I can. I ain't got no gun because I'm ignorant. I don't know what I do in those situations like that. But baby, hold on, let me find it. Baby, I'm going to keep something with me at all times. You hear me? I'm going to keep something. So with all that said, I just want to let you guys know that it's Mother's Day. If your mother is still here, hold tight to them, hold close to them, go visit them. You ain't got to give them nothing. Just hope, just visit. Give them a hug. Go see them. Go cook for them. Be with your family, because you never know. You never know when it's the last day. God bless y'all. Make sure to buckle up. Keep yourself safe. Protect yourself at all times. Happy Mother's Day.